This was extremely, extremely tragic. There was a massacre, a shooting in Buffalo. Really terrible. Really, really awful. You know, I was very sad when I heard about this. And what happened is there's a guy who went to a supermarket in Buffalo, which is in New York, and he shot and killed 10 people. Just randomly. He picked this place on purpose so that he could target African Americans, so he could target black people. And most of the victims are black. What's really, really interesting here is that he was wearing a symbol. And this symbol is what's referred to as a sun wheel. And there are many kinds of sun wheels, but this one specifically is a black sun. And a sun wheel in German is Sonnenrad. And then the black sun is Schwarze Sonne. And this is a symbol that was, used by the Nazis. And what I'm trying to say here is that right now, the recipients of US weapons in Ukraine are the Azov Battalion, okay? So look at their logo for a second. This is the Azov Battalion. They have actually two Nazi symbols in there, or shall we say, symbols that were co-opted by the Nazis and now have a Nazi connotation. So in the middle is the Wolfsangel, or Wolf's Hook. In the yellow, you can see so this is the Wolfsangel, the black thing in the middle, and then behind that is the black sun, right? Well, in this case, it's not black, but it's still a sun wheel, yes? And the Azov Battalion are a very, very powerful battalion in Ukraine, right? And they've been around for several years. And, they have a party and they have training camps. And they're not like some fringe group. They're actually in the Ukrainian armed forces. They're integrated in the Ukrainian armed forces. And they're Nazis. They're very clearly Nazis. This is the exact same symbol, the sun wheel, that the shooter in Buffalo had on that he was wearing. Right? So look at this. Do you see here? That's what he was wearing. Right there on the right, you can see a Ukrainian soldier from the Azov Battalion wearing the same thing. So don't you find it interesting that in the United States, you can very clearly, the people have no problem looking at this guy and saying, this guy's a white supremacist, he's a racist. But then when it comes to Ukraine, they give white supremacists and Nazis weapons. I mean, this is madness. You have to look at this and just be stunned, right? Right? They don't make a secret of it. It's only the BBC and CNN that are now making a secret of it because they want to attack Russia and support the war against Russia. So if they tell you that, hey, the guys that the US and the EU are sending weapons to in Ukraine are Nazis, you are going to sit there and go, what?